Okay. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Gypsy. Good. Gypsy. Good girl. So notice I don't always do a command. A lot of it is just learning that when I call you to focus on me. I don't always need her to come right back to me, but sometimes I want my dog to make sure that I have their attention. Gypsy. Good girl. Yes. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, Peanut. Yes. Also, if your dog starts to learn when they say my name, I just come to them. You can basically cut out the word come after a little while. So like when my dog got older, I was able to just say Diesel, and he would come running to me. And you can totally get to that too if you have consistency. So making sure that, and repetition, lots of repetitions and staying consistent so that your dog knows it's the same result and outcome every single time. Gypsy. Gypsy. So this time, I've said her name twice and she didn't listen, so I'm going to use the e-collar now. I'm on a 9, right? So Gypsy. Perfect. Gypsy. Yes, good girl. Come. Okay, so she's kind of ignored. Gypsy. One more time. On. Gypsy. Tap, tap, tap. She's not paying attention. Go up a couple numbers. Gypsy. When she turns and looks. Gypsy. I go to boost right now because I only have one hand. Gypsy. Going up, going up, going up. Gypsy. Yes, good girl. So as soon as she turns and comes, then we stop. Good job. Yes, good girl. Good girl, honey. Right, so I didn't panic about it. This is training. This is her learning that when I feel the e-collar, it means turn and look at my person. It's not a punishment for not doing a command. Notice I didn't even give her the command yet. All I said was Gypsy, and she didn't turn and look at me. So I used the e-collar the second time I said her name. Now, normally, yes, I would. So we got up to a 27 there. That just gives you a fun idea. Now, she's itching only because this is, she's only been doing this for about a week or so. It's still kind of new. 27 was a pretty high level. But that shows you normally, see, now I went back down to I'll go to a 9 for her. 9, 12, 13, they're all very similar. Dogs do feel it differently, but not all that much. So just remember, your levels are going to go up with your distractions. Your e-collar is all about getting your dog's attention. They already know what the commands mean. It's just a matter of how do I get my dog's attention so that they do the command. 90% of the time I have people say, well, they know how to sit and they know how to blah, 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 but basically on their terms, right? So you have to make sure that your dog understands this language and you guys have follow through. And really key to that is understanding that there has to be a release to things. So if your dog doesn't know stay, Gypsy. A great one to practice is place. So Gypsy, come. Gyps. Good girl. Gypsy. Come on. Good girl. Yes. Ready? Place. Right, so I'm trying not to default to my leash, but because she keeps walking off, I'm going to step on it. So now she can't get as far away. I'm not using my leash. We're still working on off-leash reliability, which means using my e-collar and teaching her that when she feels this, it means pay attention. It's not a punishment. It means pay attention. Gypsy. Gypsy. Right, so 9, 10, yes, right? So we got to an 11, and she turned and looked, and then tapping stopped. So I do Gypsy. Gypsy, right? So I kind of do double taps. Okay, but you can just do one tap too. It's fine. Right? So now I have my leash just in case. Gypsy. But I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my e-collar when I call her name. All right, so first time no e-collar. Second time and thereafter e-collar. After third, maybe fourth time, start going up on numbers. Gypsy. Yes, good girl. Place. So when we teach them this, we first start out by doing Gypsy. So I tapped and popped at the same time. So they start learning it means, the pop and the tap on the collar mean the same thing. Pay attention. Good girl. Place. Good. All right, so now she already, place. I'm going to get a little spatial pressure there. She already knows what place means and what, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I'll just backtrack. The big one that they were having an issue with was placing, that she wouldn't stay on place. So we're making sure that we practice a lot of that with her. There's a lot going on right now. My neighbors are out with their dogs. There's another neighbor doing some construction in their yard. Lots of saws going. Other dogs out. My cats are out. So there's all sorts of stuff going on right now. Just kind of doing some circles around her. Getting some more distance. I'm still keeping my head turned and watching her because as soon as I turn my head, she's going to think she's about to break. So now I have my head turned. I'm not looking at her. I just have her in my peripheral. See? So I gave her a tap, right? As soon as you saw, as soon as I turned my head, she thought, oh, she's not looking. I can get off. But I was watching in my peripherals. Stepped on my leash there so she can't get further. Place. Good girl. And that's exactly how you would practice keeping them on place. And when they break place, don't let them get much further. Place. Gypsy, place. I'm not going to pull her with the leash. I'm going to make her do it. Come on. Place. Yes. I'm going to make her walk onto the object. If we pull them onto the object, it doesn't help. E-collar. Gypsy. Gypsy. E-collar. Place. All right, I'm going to come to the other side. Gypsy. Come on. Yes. Stay. Tap. Step. Gypsy. Okay, so this is good to know. If she starts fighting it, she's getting frustrated. Come on. Place. No. Okay, so she has to follow through. Every time she tries to walk straight through it and off of it, I'm going to stop that. So that's why your leash is so important still. We've already taught them what leash language means. Now while we're teaching them what e-collar language means, we have to still have a way to communicate with them. And it doesn't just all of a sudden English is just they understand it now. We have taught them pressure and release as a language. Once you don't have your leash there as a form of pressure, you are forced to only use your e-collar and yourself as a form of pressure. So we keep the leash on there while they're learning. So we have a way to reinforce things 100% of the time still with a language that they understand. But we can drop it, and that way we have it there as a seatbelt in case we need it, but we're going to focus on using the e-collar like I've stated. Right. Okay. Okay, Gypsy. Good girl. She's getting pooped. Normally she'd fly off when I say okay. Okay, girl. So we're going to give it a break there. She's clearly getting a little tired. She was getting a little frustrated on those last 2 reps. Plus, we had already been out here for about 15 minutes or so beforehand. And I think she's ready for a drink, right? Eating grass, silly girl. So there you have it. If you guys need help with your dog, give us a call today. We'd be happy to help you like we are with Gypsy. Have a great Labor Day, guys. Say bye, Gyps.